Hello everyone. I'm super excited to be with you today. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to jump on. This is Healing 101. And I want you guys to know that this is a place where we come to heal, just live, just in real time, just being transparent because we are willing to do the work to get better, to truly be happy, to truly find the bliss that we hear about in movies, we hear about in fairy tales. We actually have the opportunity to really experience it. We don't just hear about happiness, but we're truly happy. We just don't hear about joy and bliss, but we're truly joyous and blissful, and that's exciting. So if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put in the message replay. We welcome you to our new YouTube family. We welcome you as well. Welcome Facebook and Instagram. So for those of you all who don't know me, my name is DrMonifa Jones. I'm a transformational life coach, previous psychology, college professor, entrepreneur, business owner. I'm a wife, a mother, a sister, a daughter, but most importantly, I'm your friend. And I want you to know that you have someone who is willing to be a listening ear. I am excited and I do not mind if you send me a private message and let me know that you are in need of support. That is my job, is to be a servant. I'm in alignment with my assignment. I know what I was born for. I know what I came here to do. And it is to show people that feeling good is a strategy and that we were not born to suffer. And many times the obstacles, the challenges, and the difficulties we go through, it's just because we haven't properly named what we're dealing with, right? So as we embark upon our live at 5, welcome mom, as we get started with today's content. We have been talking about, what are some things mentally strong people don't do? See, I know for myself that I'm just going to be transparent and obvious with you that I was not mentally strong. And so we're talking about how can you actually become mentally strong, where you're courageous and you're confident. We're not talking about being arrogant. We're not talking about hurting others. We're talking about in a very loving way, accepting who we are, walking in our truth, being genuine, being loving, being kind, being generous, but at the same time making ourselves a priority and understanding that if we don't put ourselves first, there'll be nothing left to support anyone else, right? So we excited here at Healing 101. I'm excited every single day. I miss you guys so much, but let's get into it. So, this week we're talking about, we're not going to be worrying about pleasing everyone, because mentally strong people do not spend their lives trying to please everybody. Lao Tzu says, care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. Imagine that you're trying to please your mom, your dad, your family, your friends, your children, your coworkers, your lovers, your spouse. Like, that's a lot. Everybody has different likes and different temperaments, different character, different desires of food, places, temperature, things. Like, how can we please everybody? And if you think about it, it's really an impossible task and it's very, very draining. So if I were you, I wouldn't do that. I've learned myself adjusting my crown. Let me tell you what I've learned. I've learned that I cannot please everyone. And furthermore, all the ones that I practically killed myself bending over backwards trying to please, it didn't get me anywhere. Because at the end of the day, those convinced against their will, Tianve, they are of the same mindset still. So we think we're doing something, but we're really not. We're more so hurting ourselves. And just let me tell you a quick story. So we're always trying to please one another. So in the book, it talks about these two girls who are friends, two women, they're friends, right? So one friend invited her out for some shoe shopping one day and they went out together. So the following week, she wanted to go to the mall. So she said, I really want to go to the mall and just really grab this, looking for this really inexpensive on the clearance shop, on a clearance rack. I want to go ahead and grab a blouse and get back out. But I need to tell my girlfriend I'm going to the mall because she might feel some type of way that I didn't invite her. But secretly inside, I'm hoping she say no. But I want to make sure I'm pleasing all of my friends and my family. So I'm going to call and tell them I'm going to the mall and ask her if she wants to attend with me. If she attends with me, I know that my 15 to 20 minute trip is going to turn to a few hours. We're going to talk, we're going to eat, we're going to do some window shopping, we're going to look at clothes, we're going to laugh, and my quick run to the mall is going to change, but I'm still going to invite her, and I hope she says no. So she calls her friend and says, thanks for taking me shoe shopping last week. I'm going to the mall. Would you like to go? And her friend immediately said, oh my goodness. I have so much to do. I got to cook for my husband. I got to wash my kids' clothes. But I know my friend, she's going to be disappointed because, she came with me shoe shopping. She'll be disappointed if I let her down. So I'm going to tell her yes. And I'm going to go. Even though I have things that I'm going to have to put on the back burner for my family, which means I'm going to be up to like midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning trying to accomplish these things to make sure they have their clothes ready for school, to make sure that I pressed everything, to make sure their food is ready, to make sure I prep for dinner. It's a lot. And did you know that both ladies were trying to please each other? But neither one of them were being genuine. The first woman didn't even want her friend to go to the mall because she wanted it to be a quickie, but she was trying to be nice and be people pleasing. She was hoping and praying, fingers crossed, that she would say no. The second friend didn't want to go, but didn't want to let her down because she thought she would let her down by saying no. So she ended up not doing all the things she had to do for her family, which she was robbing herself from her future by not saying no, by being polite, by being a people pleaser, which means she stole her own time, which means she got to bed late, which means her next day is now off. You get into bed 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning after working all day, and then you still got to get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning the next day. You're off. Your energy is off. So can you see how we're always trying to please one another, and it's not even fruitful, and it's not even productive? So that's just a very, very, very small example of what we do to please one another, what we do not to speak up, what we do not to speak in our truth, say, no, I'm busy, I can't go. Or no, I'm not even going to invite her because this is a quick trip. It's okay to be genuine and to walk in your own truth. So here are people-pleasing signs. So I want you to take a test. And if any of these apply to you, I want you to put 1 in the comments. If any of these apply to you, I want you to put 1 in the comments. And if I tell you 99.9% of these were me, okay? So I'm thankful that I'm seeing my own growth and my own healing. I'm very thankful that I've come a long way in a very short time. So that's just a word of encouragement to you, that it might feel like, oh, this work on myself, it's a lot of work. But I want you to know, when you're on the other end, when you're walking in freedom and liberation and happiness and joy and bliss, it's going to be well worth it. I promise you. Did I have some tears? Yes. Did I lose some friends and family? Yes. But am I okay? I'm good. I'm better than good. Okay? So people-pleasing signs. If this is you, don't forget, put a 1 in the comment. Number 1, you feel responsible for how other people feel. You feel responsible for how other people feel. We have previously talked about worrying about the things that we can control and not worrying about the things that we cannot control. We cannot control how other people feel. And as a matter of fact, here's a quick bonus for you in case you didn't know. People who are narcissistic or people who are gaslighters, these are people who are very manipulative, and they try, thanks mom, me too, right? They try so hard. When people who are gaslighters and manipulative, they try really hard to make you portray what they want you to be in a form of weakness so that they can overpower you, right? So these people, this is a bonus. This is not about this chapter, but listen. So narcissistic and gaslighting people, what they do is they tell you how you feel. If you ever met a person that tell you how you feel, know they're being manipulative. No one can tell you how you feel. No one can tell you how you process things. So if they say to you, oh, I feel like today you're being a little bit moody about A, B, C, D. I feel like today you're being very, very, look like you're being defensive. You can't tell me how I feel. Only I can tell myself how I feel. So narcissistic people, they will tell you how you feel, and you don't even feel that way. And you'll be scratching your head like, I wasn't even upset. I don't even have a problem. But they will make it a problem so that they can use that to manipulate and control you. So that was a little bonus for you. That's what narcissistic people do. So, number one, you feel responsible for how other people feel. That used to be me. I want everybody to be happy. If I got to spend the money, if I got to drive, if I got to cook you food, I don't care. I want everybody to be happy, right? It's not your job. And release that from yourself today. Number two, the thought of anyone being mad at you causes you to feel uncomfortable. Has that ever happened to you? You walk on eggshells. You try to say the right things, do the right things, wear the right things, so that you can make sure you don't cause any ruffles, you don't cause any confrontations, you don't cause any challenges. Hey, sis, have you ever been in a place where I don't want them to get mad, so make sure I move this way, or make sure I operate this way. I don't want to upset anybody. So I want you to know, again, release yourself. If this is you, put 1 in the comments. But I want you to release yourself, because it is not your job to make sure that no one becomes mad with you. I have finally figured out I'm going to be me. And if you're the right person, get excited. You're going to stay connected to me. And if you're not, you won't. And thank God you're gone, because we are not aligned. And I truly believe if we are not aligned, me too, sis, I'm a 1 too. If we are not aligned, now is not the time. I have focus going on over here. I don't need any more distractions. So if you're not here to elevate me, we don't need to be connected, period. We don't need to be connected. I have enough challenges in my life with just dealing with post-pandemic, finances, family, business. I got enough drama in my life that I don't need you to fake like you love me. And I don't need you to always get upset and I have to walk around on eggshells to please you. I am not changing who I am for no one. And I hope you feel the same way. I want you to know you're the perfect personality for your soulmate. I remember the men I used to date. And I remember me trying to fit into their mold of what a wifey or what a woman was supposed to be. And I'm trying to please them and see what they like and do what they do. And it wasn't good. I was not being truthful. I was not being genuine. I was not showing up as my authentic self. And then the day I decided that I'm tired, I'm freaking tired of having 45 personalities. I don't want to label and diagnose myself, Pam, as schizophrenic. I don't. So guess what? It's so easy to just be me. It's easy. It's easy. And guess what? I don't have to remember what I told you because I'm walking in my truth. I'm being genuine, right? So if you get mad because I'm very dramatic and excited and I use a loud voice most times, sorry, not sorry, then you're not for me. And I welcome you to excuse yourself from my life. I welcome that. Because I don't want to be around people that cause depression. I don't want to be around people that cause anxiety. I don't want to be around fake, phony, fraud people who fake like they cool with me and really deep down inside they can't stand my guts. Save us both the time and leave me alone. How about that? It used to be a time in my life when I would beg to be in the presence of people who didn't love me. I'm like, oh, I'm going to show them I'm worthy. I'm going to show them I'm valuable. I'm going to gain their respect. Look. This is it. This is me. Like it or love it. Like it or hate it. Stay or leave. I don't care either way. But I want you to understand that if you are still at a place where you are changing yourself to make sure that others are not mad and you make yourself feel uncomfortable to please other people, that means you're not one with yourself yet. This is a no judgment zone. Remember that. We're growing here. We grow through what we go through over here. We are healing over here. We understand that we're no longer victims. I don't care if they're the leader, the mentor. I don't care who they are. We owe no one nothing but to love them. That's it. So if they're getting upset about our presence, if they're getting upset about our gift, if they are jealous or envious or hateful or condescending or negative or pessimistic, we don't need that. When we wake up every single day, I'm telling you, I have mantras to remind myself how great I am because I forget. I get around silly people who speak foolishness about my greatness, Pam. I don't know what their problem is. And then I almost forget who I am. I get into a slump and I start thinking about it. And I think about it over and I'm getting to this cycle. And so I'll be like, wait, let me snap out of this. I know who I am. Let me get around people who also find me great. Let me look in the mirror and speak mantras to myself. Let me surround myself around loving, genuine people who want to be themselves. Let me tell you who I love. I love unique people. I love people who other people call quirky, other people call different. The better, the more different, the better. I don't want to look like everybody else. I don't want to, you tell me this is a style, so I gotta follow that style to be in. No. I remember when, I'm sorry if you wear these kind of nails, but they're not for me, I'm sorry. But when the nails first came out, they looked like daggers or like you could cut somebody. It's like a big triangle at the end. It was real long. My goddaughter come over with her nails like that. And she was like, I can't even do that. I can't even wipe myself. I can't do. And I was like, why are you doing it? Oh, she said, oh, it's popular. It's trending right now. I said, baby girl, first of all, the daggers to me look, I don't like them. So I'm not going to wear them. I don't care how trending, how popular it is. You're not going to make me do it because you tell me it's good. I don't like it. I have to be true to me. And so she was literally walking around unable to wipe herself when she goes to the bathroom to be on trend and to be popular. Makes no sense. How many of us have stooped our lives? How many of us have settled for things that other people have told us? And we became in alignment with it and changed ourselves instead of being true to ourselves. All right, number 3. You tend to be a pushover. That was me, y'all. Put 1 in the comments. I'm 1. That was me. You tend to be a pushover. I've graduated. I don't have a problem saying no anymore. I don't have a problem not showing up where you are. I don't have a problem you not coming here. No problem. Before, I used to have a problem. Not anymore. When you're a people pleaser, people do things to you that you know is not right. And you allow them to continuously do it. Why? Because you're trying to stay in their good graces. So what makes sense to you? To deny yourself to benefit another. To harm yourself to help another. You have to understand that being a pushover and not standing up in your truth, in your confidence, in your courageousness to say, no, I'm not with that. Some people deny being a Christian. I don't want them to know that. Why? If you are that, say you are that. Or don't be that. Don't be a pushover and say, oh, I'm a black person. I can't be a Republican, so I ain't going to let nobody know I'm a fake like I'm a Democrat. I really believe, and I love, studying Buddhism. It brings me peace, but I can't tell them that. They're going to think I'm a devil worshiper. They're going to call me a witch. I can't tell people that I actually have crystals in my home. I can't tell people that I actually meditate. They're going to think I'm weird. First of all, why you have to be so forthcoming about everything you do in the first place? Keep some of that to yourself. It ain't everybody's business what you do, number 1. A lot of times the reason why we're pushovers is because people know too much. Or why do everybody know your business? Who needs to know your religious affiliation? Most people want to know that to manipulate you. Who needs to know your political affiliation? Who needs to know your sexual orientation if they're not sleeping with you? Stop being so forthcoming about your information where it doesn't matter. Keep it to yourself. The reason why many of us are pushovers is because we say, oh, I just won the lottery for $100,000 and you wonder why everybody borrowing money from you. You just made an announcement that you got your taxes back, and now they mad and upset with you because you ain't giving them $1,000 when they try to get a loan from you. Because I got my taxes back, let's get this straight. It don't have nothing to do with you. Like nothing. I got stuff to do that I've been holding off, and I'm going to take care of it. What makes you think because I got my taxes back, now you don't hit the lottery? That's not how it works. But how about they never would have known if you wouldn't have told them? Think about that. Do you know how many relationships have been destroyed because somebody told somebody's secret? You mad at your friend who told some of your business. But you told them your business. You couldn't even keep it a secret. But you mad at them. You couldn't keep it a secret. You had to tell your bestie what you did. And when they go tell somebody else, now you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're not loyal to me. We can't be besties no more. Well, you mad they telling secrets. You couldn't keep it to yourself. So anything you share is open game for everybody. Like anything you share is open game. If you don't want it known, close it. Don't share it. And you won't be a pushover. People would literally call me the night before. I know I didn't tell you before, but I got an emergency. I need this money. I need you to wire this. I need you to cash app this. I need you to go do this. And I said, well, just to make a couple of pans of macaroni and cheese, that's like $100 out of my budget, which I didn't plan for. I got to go to the store. I got to go to especially Sam's Club. That's where I get my specifics from. Then I got to go to the market. Like, it's a thing. It's not like you just call me and it just produce. I got to go to 3 stores. I need $150. Then I got to drive it to you another $50 gas. That's a couple $100 of your emergency that you didn't plan for, which is no longer my emergency. It never was my emergency, and I don't accept it to be. When I was a pushover, I would be up all night, borrowing money from people that I didn't have, driving around to stores, staying up all night, tired as I can be, working it, trying to make my dish and not even coming out right, and driving to the person that, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not a pushover. The answer is no. If you want it, you let me know in advance. I'll tell you if I am available, right? And if I am available, I'll tell you how much I need if I need it. I'm not a pushover. That was me yesterday. I ain't heard no more. See, I'm going to have to reintroduce myself to some of y'all. And y'all gonna have to reintroduce yourself to your family and your friends. Because they think you the Cash App queen. They think you the last minute queen. They think you to save the day. They think you the Wonder Woman emergency. No. Don't get it twisted. I love you. But I ain't no pushover though. You gonna put some respect on my name. And if you can't, just don't call me. Y'all better get excited. If you can't put no respect on my name, just don't call me, like, at all. Like, lose my number, block me, but I don't care. But, we don't do that no more, not over here. So let me reintroduce myself. That was Monifa yesterday. She don't do that no more. Okay, number 4, get excited. You find it easier to agree with people rather than express a contrary opinion, Pam. Let me tell you what people do. People like, I ain't ruffling no feathers. I'm just going to agree with you. I've been around people who bash homosexuals. And the other people just sit around me like, just shaking their head. No. Stop being rude. You're not going to do it in my presence. You're not going to say no vulgar, nasty, profanity around no kids in my presence. And I'm going to sit down and act like it's okay, Cheryl. I'm going to speak up. My mother used to tell me, aren't you afraid somebody gonna hurt you? I'm like, I can't be quiet. I can't. You're not gonna be in front of my grandmother disrespecting with vulgar, rude language. You're not gonna do that in front of my presence with my elders. That will be a hard no for me. You will hear from me, and prayerfully it won't get physical, because you're not gonna do that to my elders, and I'm just gonna shut up and be quiet. You're not going to do that to my young people, and I'm going to shut up and be quiet. You're not going to bash someone because of their religion, because of their sexual orientation, because of their race. You're just not going to do it around me, especially economic status. the work that we do in the community, if you hear the things they say about people on Section 8, I was on Section 8, people on food stamps. I had food stamps. Low-income families. No. Don't get it twisted. We love our kids just like you love your kids. Okay? Okay, we needed some temporary help from the government, and they should give it to us. All the trouble they don't took us through. Get excited. And thank you for the help. I'm thankful and appreciative. Get excited. But at the end of the day, you ain't going to put me down because I'm in a temporary need. And I'm definitely going to be the one that you think my ears are going to be a trash can for you. You and your low-level frequency vibration need to get away from me. Because I don't care about pleasing you or pleasing anybody else. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. So if you say some foolishness around me, I'm going to speak up. The frightened parts of my personality before used to have me nod in my head. Before used to have me doing a half laugh smile when you crack a vulgar racial joke. I don't do that anymore. I speak up. I mean, like, no, I ain't the one for that. You don't want to say that, right? You can go ahead with that. You're not going to disrespect my elders. You're not going to disrespect the babies. You're just not going to do it. Not in my presence. Don't play. Like, you got to do that somewhere else. And at the end of the day, people going to respect you. People know you don't tolerate that much. And when it's time for foolishness, they're not going to call on you because they know you ain't the one. When it's time for foolishness, they're going to call on the foolish people. And I'm excited to be left out of that group, okay? I'm excited that you don't want to call me for no foolishness because you know I'm going to shut you down. If it's not about elevation, don't invite me to the party. I am elevating myself, my family, and my community. I am elevating myself, my family, and my community. And if it doesn't involve elevation on those 3 levels, don't invite me, period. Point blank, period. And so many of us, we are pushovers. So many of us, we are people pleasers. So many of us hear things that make our blood boil. We hear things that make our skin crawl, and we say nothing. So I'm not telling you to start fights. I'm not telling you to go around, be aggressive and rude, all of that. I'm not saying that. But I'm also saying, when are you going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired? Of never speaking up for yourself. Of never walking in your truth. Of never being genuine about who you are. And not speaking up for people. Like, I don't like no bullying. You ain't going to do it in my presence. Period. I'm going to say something. Oh, do I fear that somebody might pop off? And they might. But I'm not going to be quiet, though. I'm just not. That's just what it is. So I want you guys to know, people pleasing has a lot to do with fear. It has a lot to do with fear of rejection. It has a lot to do with fear of abandonment. It has a lot to do with fear of other people's opinions of you. And it has a lot to do with fear of you walking in your own truth, you standing up for yourself and being genuine. So I'm hoping this week, as we talk about how not to be a people pleaser, that we understand the most important thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Let me tell you what my goal is. It's to please God and me. At the end of the day, you know, my husband is a very strict vegan, very, very, very disciplined man. And sometimes, you know, I might want to slip off and eat something that's not on our approved list to eat. But can I tell you, I'm not so much concerned about my husband's thoughts of, oh, she ate bread today. We're not supposed to be eating bread. I'm more concerned about myself and what took me to a place to where I desired to eat something that was not on my approved list. And then I had to ask myself, what's going on with you? This is going to cause weight gain. This is going to cause you to doubt yourself. This is going to cause you to feel like you're going backwards on your diet. This is going to cause you to like, oh, my husband's looking at me. I don't have discipline. And you're going to spiral yourself for this bread. So instead of us worrying about people pleasing, Why don't we worry about pleasing ourselves? If I please myself, it's a higher standard than anybody could ever place on me. Not my husband, not the community, no hospital, no clinic, no family member, no religious official, no political official. I'm talking about no one has a standard for me higher than me. Because I'm always with me. I know what I'm thinking. I know when my thoughts go wrong about racial stereotypes, sexual orientation stereotypes. We don't know what people are thinking no matter what they say. So I want to please me. I just want to love everybody. I want to be non-judgmental. And I want to be a force, a light to the world to spread joy, love, and bliss, and just to teach others that feeling good is a strategy. But how can I do that if I don't feel good? How can I do that if I can't look in the mirror and be proud of myself? So instead of me focusing on pleasing other people, making sure I keep up with the Joneses, making sure the latest thing, I don't even know what it is, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all know y'all into, I think it's Chanel, Fendi, and I don't know. Because I told y'all, I'm the luxury. I'm the luxury. Get excited about that. And so I don't have a desire to make you like me better because I'm carrying a Louis Vuitton bag. Like, that's not my thing. I'm sorry if that's your thing. That's not my thing. I don't have a desire for you to see something on me and for you to judge because I spent my whole entire mortgage money on this one bag that I'm approved and accepted in your sight. You probably not the kind of person I want to hang out with. I'm just saying. I have a higher frequency than that. So with that being said, no judgment zone. That's just me. I tell people all the time, I don't get excited about labels or things unless my kid's name's on it and they are getting paid for it. Other than that, I don't get excited. I'm excited about life, about love, about God, about nature, about family, about friends. I'm excited. Even just, Pam came to support me this Saturday. I did my suicide awareness, and that excites me. That excites me to know that I knew this beautiful, beautiful woman when she was just a little girl. We grew up together, and we're still connected. And she said, oh, my sis speaking, I'm going to support. That's what excites me. So, keep the Louis bag and show up at my next event. Get excited. So, anyway, guys, I just want to say that I'm always super excited. We're going to be talking about what mentally strong people do. And this week, we talking about we ain't pleasing nobody. Nobody. I'm sorry. Like, that ain't the job. The job is to please ourselves. Okay? So, we need to get excited about that. All right. So, let's go into, I always say, if you don't have 5 minutes, you don't have a life, right? So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to take a quick 2 minutes. I'm just going to show you a meditation. I always say the same mantras. The ones I say in my mirror are the same every day. The ones I say with you. And I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit. But I love that we start to get used to it. When I used to say my mantras about forgiveness, I did not have forgiveness in my heart. I had unforgiveness towards some people, honestly. Not anymore. I've said it so much it's become second nature. And I said it so much that I actually believe it. So it's beautiful, right? So remember, if you don't have 5 minutes, you don't have a life. Shout out to Cheryl, to Mom, to Pam, to Tianve, and of course to Queen, just all of the people who keep coming back, I don't take you for granted. I'm thankful. I'm appreciative. You are the first of many, of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions to come. You are the first of many. And I'm so thankful for the first fruit and the first seed. But please don't forget, if you don't learn anything else from me, if you learn nothing else, please know that I am a voice. But you are the voice that you need for yourself. And if you don't steal away 5 minutes to discover yourself, to journal, to become one with yourself, it's going to be really difficult for you to qualify for the world to show up for you in a way that you want it to when you don't show up for you. Our outside world is a reflection of us and how we move and how we operate. So let's remember that. So if you would like, put your hand over your heart. Close your eyes if you like. Always say, so many of us can see, but we don't have that vision. We don't have that deep connected vision that we need to know that tomorrow is going to be a good day. It's going to be all right. You know, it's going to be okay. Just hang in there. I forgive myself. Oh, before I do that, may God continue to shine his light upon you. May God continue to grant you peace. May God be gracious to you. I forgive myself for believing that I should have done better when I didn't know how, and I also forgive others for the same. I am open and ready for things to start going my way. Look, we are open and ready for things to start going our way. This is exciting. We are asking to receive a message in this physical world today that is a reflection of that. We are open and ready to receive that message. It's already done. Believe it. Feel it. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That energy of you feeling that wish fulfilled brings the wish to you. It's not the other way around. You don't get excited after you get it. Your excitement brings it to you. It's already done. It's already done. We already have it, and it's already ours. Yes. Guys, I'm so excited. Join me tomorrow, live at 5, as we discuss. We ain't pleasing no people. We're only pleasing God and ourselves. Get excited. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Mom and Pam.